The college at Brockport, State University of New York, is located halfway between Buffalo and Rochester, New York. They have 23 NCAA Division III athletic programs known as the Golden Eagles. One of the programs that stands out in the fall season is women's soccer. Their team has been around for almost 30 years.
Brockport women's soccer's, got started up in the 80s. It's got a long, healthy winning tradition. Coach before I took over, Joan Shakow, had the program for 28 years with a lot of success, including a conference championship in 2006, regular season championship in 2012. So there's a lot of rich tradition in the program.
This attracts players to come to the college from all over the Northeast. Junior captain Molly Zientek says the program has grown since Idland took over in 2016, and from her time at Brockport, it continues to get better and better every year. Zientek believes they can succeed as the years go on.
For my time here at Brockport, I feel like the history of Brockport has just been like uphill climbing. I don't think there's ever been a time where we've been on the lower end of the SUNYACs. We've always been up there competing in the playoff positions, always one way or another getting into the playoff positions. So, I think the history here at Brockport is just, people know, once they play Brockport, they're in for a fight.
In for a fight indeed. The team doesn't just play and practice on the field during the season. There is one place the team goes in the off-season to prepare for the upcoming season.
We get in the weight room we at least try once a week during season, but when we're out of season, we're in at least 3 times a week. We work with Ed almost all the time. He rolls us out, gets us up ready for games. I think it's the major component that kind of gives us our edge is, we might not, you might run into us, but you're going to fall right after us because we're all strong and we have the time in the weight room that really we could put to our advantage.
Oh, I think it's growing in quality on the field, first off, and it's little by little coming around in terms of results and standings in the SUNYAC, and it's a gradual process for us. So we'll be able to tell you more how it's growing by the end of the season, I think.
The team works together to achieve their goals. They are all serious about the game and work like a well-grinding oil machine. They're anticipating predictions for each other's moves.
Right from the get-go here in the preseason, we've had new players mixing in with returning players just kind of seamlessly, and I think that shows on the field. The chemistry. So it's a close-knit group.
Our team is very close. I've never been on a team that's been this close before. It was like the first day, and it was automatically the freshmen from the seniors. We were all blended so well. It was a main topic that we try to focus on this year, but it wasn't really even something that we need on our radar anymore because it's just been the blend of the team, it's just fluid. There's nothing that's, yeah.
I think it's about the players, really. I think it's anytime that we bring, recruits in, always the first piece is the soccer. So, for me, the catch is how they play in the game. Are they difference-making kind of players? But then once we bring them into campus to visit, it's always about mixing them in with the current players. And I think it's in the end, it's their character and their charm and everything that we have going on that makes it so much fun. I think that makes it, I don't know, it's just such an exciting place to come play your soccer as a recruit.
It's just teammates. I know when recruits come in and it just fits. It's kind of like the blending of the team. You could play soccer anywhere and you play for the love of the game, you can go anywhere you want to go. But if you don't like the people that are around you, then you're not going to like what you're doing. So basically the #1 thing that drew me to Brockport, and basically anyone else at Brockport, would just be the teammates and how close we are.
The players may not just be playing at Brockport. Zientek has been playing soccer for as long as she can remember prior to arriving on campus, and prior success of players before her arrival helped her decide on choosing Brockport over other schools. Zientek came from a very small town with about 50 people in each graduating class, with soccer as the main sport. And in 2013, her town won a state championship. That prepared Zientek to face a bigger challenge as she grew up.
I was only a sophomore when we won states, but it kind of experienced us to the bigger competition. Coaches kind of started looking at my age group as a whole from my hometown, and it kind of got us ready to kind of see that we might be able to play soccer outside of high school. Yeah, soccer's just always been a part of my life, and I've had a lot of past role models in my life come here to Brockport and have a lot of success, so it was always just people that I looked up to have come here, so it was something I always had in the back of my head, and I play for my teammates, play for like our coaches, and basically like the entire Brockport, they kind of like look at you, so you guys like, you play for the love of the game.
The Golden Eagles fell one game short of the postseason as they lost 1-0 to Cortland, finishing the season with a 7-11 record and 3-6 in conference play.